Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shawn. I'm a OTR driver for Rosedale Transport. I'm also a trainer here. I train new drivers right out of school. And in this video, I'm going to be taking you through a DOT inspection with an Indiana State Trooper at an Indiana weigh station. So let's get into it. Hey, that's one of my trainees I train. What's up, big dog? Sure that your DOT tape is good all the way around. These are all the way to the rear, and you're not at the 41 mark. Your doors are properly latched up top. If one of those are off working properly, these are just a few things. Now, they can pull you in, and I'm totally up to date, especially what they see. My lights are all working, something like that. You're gonna get pulled in a whole lot easier.
Bags. I'll be checking the brake lining. In between the axles, I will check the driveline drive shaft here for the universal joints and the yoke ends. Once I get to the third axle, I'll check the brake chambers, make sure they're secure, check for any air lines that are rubbing or chafing. Also continue to listen for any air leaks. I'll mark each push rod. I will check the U-bolts, make sure they're secure, check my springs, my airbags. I'm going to check my brake lining and my brake drum. As I continue to the trailer tandems, I'm going to look at the air lines that go back to the trailer, listen for any leaks. Once I get to the fourth axle, I'm going to check each brake chamber, make sure it's secure. I'm going to mark each push rod, check the brake lining and the drum, spider casting and the return springs all look good. The inner wheel seal, there's no leakage in the inner wheel seal. I'm going to also look at the inside condition of the tires. The air reservoir, I'm going to make sure it's secure. Continue to look at all the air lines for any chafing. Once I get to the fifth axle, I'm going to check the brake chambers, all the braking components, mark the push rod. I'm also going to check the frame, the suspension, the inside tires. After completing the components underneath the truck and the trailer, and we've marked all the push rods, I'm going to have the driver apply his brake. Once he applies the brake, I'm going to measure the push rod travel. Driver, apply your brake. Release. If there's too much push rod travel that's allowed, then we will record those as violations. We'll compare that to our out of service book to see if the truck and the trailer would be out of service. Driver, I want to have you step out and we're going to check your tractor protection valve. Your trailer brakes are released, so I'm going to have you disconnect your service line and your emergency line.
Does it matter in which order?
No, just watch your emergency line because there's going to be pressure. Yep. Once he pops off his emergency line, we should hear his trailer brake set up. Okay, you can just lay those down. I'm going to have you open up your door and we should see your red valve pop out.
I think it's very top. There it goes.
The red valve has popped out. I'm going to have you go back up into your truck and tell me how much air pressure you have. The valve should pop out at or above 20 psi?
Yeah, we have 40.
Okay. I want to have you apply your foot brake. When he applies his foot brake, there should be no air escaping out of his service or emergency glide hand.
This is a brake force machine. It checks the braking power that the truck has per axle hub for the amount of gross weight that the truck has on it today, okay? So it's a pretty simple test. It will be a floorboard test. I'm going to put my hand up in the air and I'll say foot up by the brake but not on it whenever we get ready to start the test. And then I'm going to say apply. I'll count you down, 2, 3, 4, step on it. So as I'm counting you down slowly, you apply the brake slowly, but whenever I say step on it, you get it all the way down to the floorboard, stand on it and hold it there until I tell you to release it, okay? We'll also ask you how much air pressure you have. You need to let me know if you're above 90, then we can do the test. If not, we'll build the air up, okay? So on this first axle, how much air do you have right now? 100? Okay, we'll start the test. Foot up by the brake, but not on it. Apply, 2, 3, 4, stepping on it all the way down. Hold it, release. Then the handheld unit gives us the results, and we did get a pass on both axle hubs here. So then we'll move on to axle 2. Go ahead and pull forward here, watching me. Back up a little bit. Easy. Right there. Again, neutral, and release all your brakes. Put up by the brake, but not on it. Apply, 2, 3, 4, stepping on it, hold it, all the way down, hold it, and release. And we'll move on to the next axles. This is the actual test results of this unit. This would be axle 1 would be the steering axle, then 2 axle and 3 would be the drive axles, tandems, and then 4 and 5 would be the trailer tandems. The machine checks each individual wheel hub and then calculates that this unit did pass with a 72.7 and did pass. Anything below 43.5 would be a failure. And we're done with the test. We'll get you forward here. Watch me.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Officer Shelton. I'm going to do a level 1 inspection today. I'm going to have you open your door, and I want to gather some documents from you. How about your registrations, your fuel permit, driver's license?
Okay, got them all out for you.
Okay, thank you. And how about you're running an ELD? I'm going to have you transfer that to the web service.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. Once you get ready, I'll give you my safety code, and then just send that to the output file.
All right, it's sending.
Okay. With that, you're required to have some paper logs, blank paper logs. Okay, and the instruction sheet. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to hand those back to you.
Great.
Okay, let me get your gross vehicle weight rating and your VIN number. Okay. Okay, before we begin the inspection, I've got your vehicle chalked. I'm going to have you turn your key to the on position. Let me check your ABS lights. And how much air pressure do you have?
120.
Okay. And then I'm going to have you release your brakes. I'm going to move to the front of the truck and I'm going to start with your lights first.
Okay.
Once I get done with your lights, I'm going to move counterclockwise around the truck. And then when I get to the back, I'll run through your lights again in the back and then proceed back up the right side of the truck.
All right.
Okay? Let me shut your door. Okay, driver, go ahead and turn your lights on. Okay, high beam. Okay, turn signal. Four-way flashers. Okay, windshield wipers, and how about your washers? Okay, and your city horn. Okay. On the left steering tire, we're looking at tread depth. Make sure it's properly inflated. There's no cuts along the sidewall, no bulges. On the wheel rim, any cracks between the wheel fasteners, the center hole. Make sure all the wheel fasteners are secure and tight. And the barrier cap is on. Now I'm going to proceed down the left side of the truck. I'm going to check the left fuel tank to make sure it's not leaking and the cap is secure. I'm also checking for an annual inspection, which could be a decal, or the driver could also carry a hard copy of the inspection report. As I get to the back of the tractor and the front of the trailer, I'm going to look at the air lines, make sure there's no chafing and no air leaks. I'm also going to look at the reflective tape on the back of the tractor to make sure that it is in the proper place. At this point, I can also check the frame of the tractor, which I will get more in detail underneath the truck, and then also check what I can with the fuel tank. When I get to the drive axles, I'm going to check the tread, the sidewall, check for any bulges, any cuts. I'm going to check the inflation, make sure it's properly inflated. Check all the wheel fasteners, make sure they're tight. Make sure there's no cracks in the rim. Do the same thing for the inside tire. The third axle, I'll be checking the same thing. The tread, sidewall, the wheel fasteners.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to teach you things the CDL school will not teach you. I've got videos on rain driving, snow driving, all kinds of different things. If you're looking for CDL tips, this is the right channel. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Till next time, let's get it. Talk to you about what that little light means. So after catching that problem, we get it fixed. So we're about to walk in here. Got to go by the law. Got to be safe out here. We don't want no DOT violations. All done, taken care of. Just do the right thing, Rosedale Transport, and today's video